Hey everyone, it's Justin here. So this week is Natural Disaster Week. So we've been talking about what we can do to be prepared for natural disasters in our area. Excuse me. And I thought for my community walk, I'd share with you a natural disaster that occurred in Aliso Viejo a couple of years ago. It's a little brush fire, not a little brush fire. It burned I believe about 150 acres behind the Soka area and Soka University. And I haven't been there in a while. I'm not sure if there's any of the fire remains still there, but I thought I'd check it out and maybe point out some stuff that could have caused it and maybe some stuff that could have prevented it. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm gonna head on out of here. I'm in my car. I got my car started. So before we head out, I'm gonna put on my seatbelt here, click it in, and we are all ready to go. So let's go. Drive. I do have this little phone mount thing here, so I'm gonna be filming a little bit, but just so you know, I'm not holding on to my phone because that's dangerous. It's just gonna be video recording from this thing here. Alrighty, so I was planning on going into Soka University. It's like an art school in Aliso Viejo. It's really pretty. They have a really pretty campus. And I thought I'd include that in part of my community walk to show you like what is like so precious that was almost destroyed by that fire. But because of all the COVID stuff, campus is closed and I can't even walk around in there. So I just decided to park in one of these neighborhoods right next to it, and I'm just gonna take a little stroll. I brought my mask just in case I do get near some people, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep this in my pocket until I walk next to someone. So if I remember correctly, Soka's right there. And I believe that the fire, see Soka, part of Soka over there, that's the rest of it there. But So I believe it was getting pretty close, but I think it was on the other side of that hill out there. On the other side of that is, I believe, the closest it got to Soka. But maybe I can walk around a little more and find where there's a little more remnants of it. Whoa, that's cool. It's a hawk. Wow, just saw its shadow go right over the ground. That was really cool. Oh, there it is again. Shadow, you see it? It's pretty cool. I love Mother Nature. All the birds and wildlife out here, it's pretty cool. I mean, I am right next to a road, but it's all right. We will find our way. But it's the fire that I'm referring to happened a couple years ago when we were still in the drought. I mean, I believe, technically speaking, California is still in a drought, but this was at the epitome of it, where everything was brown. Nothing was this green and alive. So it means it just goes to show that with a greener environment and when everything's watered and alive, that's when you can prevent from wildfires. I found this little trail here, so I'm gonna go down it and maybe I can get a better vantage point or a little better view and talk more about the fires. Now you see how all of this stuff right here is really dry and brown? All of this stuff will catch fire very, very easily. All of this brush, although it looks very green, it's still a desert. These are all desert plants. So they hold water. It doesn't look like they have water in them, but some of them do hold a little bit of water, so that's good. But when they tend to dry out like this, like these guys back here, that's when it becomes really easily flammable, easily ignitable. But if I do recall correctly, I believe that's what that barren, where there's no bushes and brambles or anything, I believe that's how close it got to Soka, which is actually really close. Really, really scary. But our firefighters were here to prevent it from spreading. So yeah, that fire I was talking about actually burned for 250 acres when it was all said and done. But over 400 firefighters came from all around and came to help. There was even helicopters dropping off water onto big sections of the fire, and all kinds of firefighters all over the place. Soka is right behind me there. And the fire reached this side, but more so on the back side of Soka there. Soka University, that is. And yeah, it could have gone really bad, but our firefighters were there to save the day. So we always gotta be thankful for those guys and the duties that they do. And so that they can keep places like this nice and beautiful, just the way they're meant to be. One precaution that Aliso Viejo did take to protect the citizens here was they actually relocated a lot of the, I don't know if you can see them over there, but on the other side of the street there's a lot of neighborhoods and lots of people living there. So about 1,500 or 1,500 people were evacuated from this area, and they set up a little refugee space in the high school, Aliso Niguel High School, and it housed about 1,500 people. So that was one thing that Aliso Viejo did to really keep people safe and for them not to worry about their livelihoods being at stake, because that's really scary. But we've always got to know that the city has our back. Alrighty, everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.